So hello everyone, so now my computer is working back on. I gotta thank Suaf Day for helping me fix the com. And now we're gonna give a review for the Faith of Anna Waters? Holy shit.
Aunt Jamie!
Katie. I'll be there in a minute, sweetie. I need to have a word with your dad. She shouldn't be here.
The Faith of Anna Waters is directed by Kelvin Tong and it stars Elizabeth Rice, Matthew Settle, Adrian Pang, and Colin Bourgenon. And basically it's a story that tells about... So Elizabeth Rice plays as Jamie Waters, which is actually the sister of Anna Waters, and after hearing about her death, she actually went back to her hometown and there they explore some weird instances around the house. Matthew Settle plays as the husband who initially had a rough relationship with Anna Waters, and then now weird things happen around the house and now the daughter is experiencing it, plus saying that the mother will return back home after 7 days. And now we have a very special guest over here. We have Tiffany Yong, our actress. We need to bring her back to earth, man. Tiff.
Hey!
So Tiff, so now how do you think about the film?
What happened? I was pretty scared by the plot, and I love their scares, especially the first one, which wasn't a real scare. It was like
It's a fake
scare.
But it was done.
Yeah, it was done pretty well. And I actually got like goosebumps just based on that scare from the little girl. Like, she was just doing like, boom. And I actually really got scared by it.
I got scared too, man. But
Yeah.
it was a scare that works effectively. There were no loud noises or anything, but it's just done effectively.
Yes, I got like tingling sensation all over just from that.
For the most part, I think from the first and the second act, I was really into the story, I was really into the characters, and I thought they were building up into something even greater.
I really like the cast. Their acting was superb. Elizabeth Rice was good with her detective work. Although some parts don't make sense, like her calmness, her stability doesn't make sense in certain situations, but we will come to that later. I like little girl Kate, who acted as Katie. Her name is Adina Hers.
Yes.
She did a really good job.
For the most part, I also like the acting of Colin Bourgenon, who plays as the priest or the father who also does the main part for the exorcism. Adrian Pang plays also as a priest, but I think he's more of a sidekick kind of character.
Yeah.
He's not really the main.
It was speedy though, because I thought
He was gonna be.
yeah, I thought he was going to have like more involvement in the whole project, but it was like,
But nevertheless, I feel as if the whole outlook of the film was good, considering that a Singapore and a US production actually comes together and make a horror film. And what better way from Kelvin Tong, who have also directed Rule No. 1 and also The Maid, which was highly successful in Singapore.
So now we move on to the parts we don't really like. I'll say first.
Yes.
There were a lot of loopholes in the plot. It's a bit disappointing for me because I like a plot that is well explained. I felt that there was too many question marks in between and it didn't ever actually got resolved. It has an amazing opening which has like
Yes.
101010.
Binary codes.
Yeah, the binary codes, yeah. So they had that effect and they talk about computers, and so you will be expecting a lot of things that comes in or got resolved there. But
There are a lot of creatures and also monsters that were inside the film, namely a faceless or a teeth monster and a diver suit, which was never explained even though they appeared on screen multiple times. There was flashbacks, backstory about a boy and twin sisters.
about a mansion, right? It's about the house itself, right?
Correct. And the thing is that because the whole film was supposed to be centric around the faith of Anna Waters, we actually have been introduced to more characters and they actually don't make sense. Especially the diver suit. It's like he's just down there even though he plays as a ghost. Nothing was actually revealed on it.
The resolution itself was played out too fast and everything ended too quickly.
A lot of the plot points actually built up, but it actually wasn't shown, where a cursed video was being played or when a photo with a towel was being shown, and it actually builds up into nothing. Or maybe it wasn't presented in a way that people would understand. And I got people that saying that they were confused by the plot after they saw the film.
Yeah. So just now we mentioned about Jamie, right?
Yes.
Jamie Waters. She was a famous reporter who knows what she's doing. But then facing her like crime scenes or even scenes where people are dying, she just remained there instead of like calling the police.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Police are going to think that you killed them. So this
Oh
is
my
definitely
goodness, yeah,
different.
that's one major plot hole.
Yeah,
man.
so-
Throughout the entire film, like nobody called the cops. People died, people got thrown, people disappeared, no cops, no
Yeah.
police was involved.
The cops were involved. The cops were always finding Jamie. So they were actually trying to chase her for something, but they only come in like way after.
Everything.
Yeah. So that doesn't really make sense. So yeah.
It's a good suspenseful film according to its first and second act, but once the third act kicks off, you realize that a lot of questions were actually unanswered and also left you hanging for the most part. I do enjoy the acting. I thought they were all really good. I even took a photo of Colin Bourgonon outside the premiere of it, and he's actually a very nice and humble person, even though he looks like a very intense person inside, as playing as the father.
Before we end and give our rating, the one thing if I could do about this film is actually to meet the director, who is also the scriptwriter, and ask him those questions.
There's one thing that I would change. Probably I would
Don't
just...
tell me take picture with Adrian Pang.
No. It's the one thing I feel that the film could just focus just on Anna Walters. How would the demon come in and it's just her without any flashback, backstory, all those. I feel as if it would have been a more terrifying and yet simple to understand kind of story.
I'll give it a 3/5.
Alright,
What about you?
I really enjoyed the film for the most part and I really wanted to love it even more, but due to its plot that was really unexplainable, I regretfully have to give this a 2.8/5. Initially I wanted to give a 2.5, but I realized, there were some good things about it. The cinematography was nice, acting was decent, suspense was there, so a 2.8/5. It's not a bad film, guys. If you do want to see it for looking for a good horror film, I feel as if it's one of the films that you can actually take a look, but don't set your expectation too high. If not, you're gonna feel pretty disappointed.
But do you feel scared?
I also do feel that the film is actually heavily referenced and also inspired from The Conjuring. So if you watch the film and you realize, hey, this one looks a lot like James Wan style, relax. Do not be alarmed by it. Okay, on and on, I just want to thank Tiffany Yong for coming in and making the time for this. If you want to find out more, you can check out on her website at tiffanyyong.com. That's tiffanyyong.com. Also check out on her Facebook page and Instagram, which is in the link in the description below. And if you want to find out more, guys, you can check out LittleWorks Productions Facebook page for more upcoming movie reviews and amazing updates. And guys, I just want to thank you for watching, and you can stay tuned, stay prepared, and this is just a little review. So guys, wait, before you go, I got a very quick announcement to make. I'm gonna start expanding the rating from the next coming movie reviews onwards. I feel as if 5 is too small of a rating, and especially I tried to follow a number of stars like 3 out of 5 stars, 3.5, 4 stars, but I realized I've been giving a lot of in-between ratings like 2.8, 3.2, 3.7. They are not really adding into it, so for my next coming movie review onwards, I will be expanding the ratings to 10. So I'll be rating films over 10, and if you were to pay attention, you notice I will put color schemes as well, resulting to 0 to 4.9, it will be a red. From a 5 to 7.9, it will be a yellow kind of color. From a 8 to a 9.9, I would say, it will be light blue. For a perfect 10, or I would say a full price 10 upon 10, I will give it a white color. There's no specific way why I give those particular colors, but it's just to distinguish, to help people to understand my likings for the film. So, alright guys, let's go back to the outtakes and the bloopers. And our Walters who have died, and then now the sister has come back. Alright, okay, so for our second part, Anna Walters stars, stars Elizabeth Rice, Matthew Settle. Thank you, Tiff.
Thank you.
Yep.
And
The
talk
next.
to you next time. When's the next show?
To the next show.
When's the next review? Are you going to watch Bad Neighbors?
That hasn't struck my mind yet, actually.